Just a reminder to all the parents that dance recital season is just about here, and it's a good reminder that we spend so much money every month to send our little ones to dance classes. I'm sitting outside a dance class right now. My 4-year-old has tap ballet, and she doesn't know a single move. And when I ask her to show me what she learned in class, she stomps around like a dinosaur. Now, I'm aware that, these classes aren't free. And then in addition to it, you have to pay for your tickets to go to the recital, and you have to pay for the costume that they'll wear for the 2 minutes they're on stage. And when they actually take the stage for those 2 minutes, they won't do anything that they were instructed the entire year in class to do. Instead, they'll either be frozen, paralyzed in fear, they'll wave like this, or they'll do what my daughter did last year, which is just spin rapidly in circles until she falls. And despite all the money spent and the costumes that they'll never wear again and the hours spent outside the dance school waiting for their classes to wrap up, I'll love every single minute of it, even if I have to wake up my husband 6 times during that recital.
That's Anna Zapp, host of the nationally syndicated Anna and Raven Show, heard locally on Star 99.9. We're making her a member of our Channel 3 Mom Squad.
Yeah. Yes. I just posed this question earlier today about organized sports. So welcome, and I feel your pain because I was a dance mom for, 11 years, and then for a little bit my son wanted hockey, and that's like the whole thing. But so we all feel like we have to do this. You've done some research though on like what we should be doing with organized sports.
Right, because let's be honest, all these sports, all these dances, all these gymnastics, it costs money. So as a parent, you're kind of wondering like, well, am I putting them in too young? Am I forcing them to do this? Is this the time to do it? And the short answer is, if they're into it, absolutely, because it's so important for the socialization.
But at 4 years old, do they know that they're into it?
Yeah, so what I found out was that like the parent and me classes, at 4 months old, you can start doing that. And it's really socialization for the moms and the dads.
Yes.
But also it gets the kids involved with other kids, and it's good. 2 to 3 years old is what the experts say. If kids can follow simple directions and they show that they have interest in it and they're not like screaming and throwing themselves on the floor, sign them up.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But I remember taking Julian to like whatever it was, maybe it was soccer or maybe it was a little flag football, and we had to like bribe him with Cheerios to go do something that the coach wanted because he just wanted to play with the air conditioner.
Yes.
So at that point you're wasting your money. Like he would just be like, air conditioner. I'm like, no, run.
Right. So there's a lot of reasons why the kids can like not be into it. One, it's something that they're not interested in. 2, they're just kids, and that's what they do. They throw themselves on the floor.
Right.
My daughter, this recital, stood there paralyzed, just like this, the entire time.
That is
and I'm crying. I'm like, she's so beautiful.
Yeah, she's so beautiful. And the pictures are amazing.
Absolutely.
Right. So, I mean, the thing is I actually posed this on our Channel 3 Mom Squad Facebook group, and a lot of people said the same thing, that they started their kids, actually a little older. I was seeing most of the comments earlier today were like 4 or 5, and they were doing it. A lot of the moms said they wanted their kids to learn socialization and how to take instruction from people other than them.
Absolutely. And the one thing I also learned that was really interesting was that a lot of experts agree that 8 years old is the age for competitive sports. So before that, like they can do where they're learning like the basics of the sport or the basics of dance or gymnastics or whatever it is that they're doing, karate. But 8 years old is when they're supposed to start competing, because it can actually be detrimental for them to learn too much about like head-to-head and winning and losing and keeping score before that. And I thought that was really interesting.
That is interesting, because a lot of people get mad that everyone gets a
trophy.
Participation.
No, that is foolish.
But below 8, that's apparently better.
No, nobody. You get a trophy if you win.
Okay, but that's like, anyway, says the man who doesn't have kids right now.
Now,
Yes.
that video that you did was very funny.
Thank you.
Now, do you do those ad lib, or do you come up with a script? How do you do that?
I just ad lib and film, and sometimes they get 3 views and sometimes they get millions. I never know what's going to happen.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
It was very funny.
Thank you very much.
So your kids are 4 and 14?
4 and 14. And you know what I noticed that was really interesting is that my 14-year-old, I used to sign her up for everything. So she would have like 5 or 6 different activities in a week. And she's the kind of kid that would get worn down. So you got to know your kid too, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah, too much, and then
it's too much. And even now at 14, 2. She does soccer, she does theater. That's it. And she needs the other time, downtime. The 4-year-old, I could sign her up for stuff all day long. She's like the Energizer Bunny. She just keeps going and going and going.
Anna Zapp, we can't thank you enough for being on the show.
Oh, it's
always
so
a pleasure.
great to see you
Come
guys.
back again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Another funny video. You can tune into the Anna and Raven show on Star 99.9 or follow Anna on Instagram at Anna Zapp on Air.
Yeah, and join the Channel 3 Mom Squad, and you can join the conversation there. Just search Channel 3 Mom Squad on Facebook.